Hey everybody, welcome. This is Manassas 160, Bull Run 160, and we're going all around the battlefield to bring you content associated mainly, but not entirely, with the first Battle of Manassas or the first Battle of Bull Run. I'm Gary Edelman. That's Andy Polton behind the camera there, and we are actually not standing on we're standing on a part of the battlefield I've never stood on before right now, because this is the tract of land you, members and supporters of the American Battlefield Trust, are working, I hope, to help us preserve. This is 3.5 acres. It's basically all you can see around us right here. The opening, it's surrounded by woods and by the Groveton-Sudley Road, which is behind the camera there. Now, let me gesture off to orient you. First of all, those woods right behind me, if you were to walk, I don't know, 200 yards into those woods, you would be at Sudley Methodist Church. It's on the site of the church that was at Sudley during the Civil War. More, again, to orient you here, we started at the stone bridge. We then, in a way, the way the Union sort of did their flank march, we ended up at Sudley, and we're up here now. So we are north of the main part of the Manassas battlefield, and Washington is about 30 miles east-northeast of this location, okay? Now, this is going to figure into both battles, so we'll leave the script a little bit. And in fact, there's not much to say about what happened here on these 3.5 acres during the first Battle of Bull Run. Most of the largest portions of the Union Army actually marched down Sudley Road right near this property. After the battle, we know that the Sudley Church was used as a hospital, and we know that some of those, a lot of them would not survive, the battle and the hospital operations, and we know there's a large cemetery and mass burials all around there. In fact, by March of 1862, George Barnard was able to come here. You see Sudley Church? We are not more than 150 yards off to the right of where this picture was taken. You can see the Confederate-clad Thornberry boys, kids, kneeling at the graves. One of 3 different pictures taken of them here at these sort of temporary graves. Those dead have been exhumed, but it is confirmed that that there were burials on the National Park Service property right inside the woods off in the distance. In that winter, after the first Battle of Bull Run, the 21st Georgia used Sudley Church as their sort of regimental hospital, so you had more hospital operations going on. And then, of course, the photographers come here in March of 1862, and then a few months later, the second Battle of Bull Run, or the second Battle of Manassas, will take place around here. Different circumstance here. The Confederates under Stonewall Jackson are going to occupy generally a railroad bed. Again, no rails, no ties, no trestles, but they had the cuts, they had the bed for it. They're going to occupy mostly that, and a stony ridge running off in that direction. And we're near the extreme left flank of the Confederate line here. In fact, the Confederates have some guns under Crenshaw right off. You see how the ground is going up in the distance? Right off in that direction there, there's sort of a knoll, and they were probably right off the property and fell back on this property. In this vicinity, too, are Maxcy Gregg South Carolinians right off south of here, as well as Branch's North Carolinians in reserve, not far from where you have helped us preserve more than 100 acres just down this road over there. But Phil Kearny comes and attacks at 2nd Manassas, one of the many attacks at 2nd Manassas upon Jackson's line. And this is the most extreme of the flank attacks, and they sort of push back Gregg's and some of Branch's soldiers there. And as a precaution, protect his own right, Kearny is going to advance the 3rd Maine skirmishers right onto this tract here. So we've probably got Confederate artillery moving across this tract. We certainly have bullets whizzing between the two. We have Union soldiers, as at least a skirmish line fighting around here. And most of all, what we have here is a tract of land that is a high priority for the National Park Service. They really want it, and we really want to help the park to make this park. It's almost complete. It's not that far from being done, and there are just some of these smaller holdings that we could really help with. This is a good deal. We have a good match. We hope you'll check it out on the website, and we'll put the link up with this video. So thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting battlefield preservation.